It was scary. I spent more than 23 days sleeping on the street.
You did not want to endanger your family.
It was very cold, and you sleep with the smell of bodies, and you wake up on the screams of the mothers. It's the smell of death.
Smell of death.
Yeah, I know the smell of death.
So millions of people have watched your videos.
You
your
can
images.
say billion.
Billion.
I reached billion of views on my account.
This one.
Yes, for my neighbours massacre.
What happened there?
I was in the hospital, next hospital, just behind my neighborhood. And the airstrike happened. And believe me, till I reach the area, I was thinking that this is my house. I was just driving around like crazy. More than 45 people got killed there. The same guy who's holding the little girl, his name is Suhaib, he's also my neighbor. And just 3 months ago, he got killed by Israeli drone in my street. He's like just 17 years old.
I assume why you wanted to take pictures and photos and document and cover what's happening in Gaza, because you want the war to end, and it didn't end.
It didn't end.
Do you still believe in the power of images?
No.
So why do you do it then?
It's my passion and it's my duty.
So hello and welcome back to Palestine Deep Dive. My name is Ahmed Alnaouq, and today I have a very, very special guest. He is a Palestinian photojournalist, one of the most prominent Palestinian journalists who became very famous during this genocide. My friend and colleague, Motaz Azaiza. Motaz, thank you very much for
Thank you for having
being
me
here.
Thank you for your invitation.
Motaz, just before we started recording this interview, you asked me about my brother Mahmoud. And you asked me how is he doing, and then I told you he was killed with my family.
Because I remember I saw an image for him. He's outside, and things mixed up in my brain. I thought he's still alive because I know he lost your whole family, but I thought that Mahmoud he survived or he's outside of Gaza before the genocide started.
So you did know Mahmoud?
Yeah, he was my classmate.
Tell me a little bit about him.
You know better, but from my side, he was always quiet. Everyone knows him, love him. You can't even you can't hate him. He can't, and you can't get anything against him to hate him. And he was like a good friend. And I've been always seeing him in his spaces in Gaza. So he wasn't the kind of guys who just disappear on time. He just finished school and then you can't see him. No, I was seeing him every place in Gaza. He's trying, because I was trying. So I've been always finding him in my way. So
He was a very, very hard worker.
Yeah.
I remember when he was at university, still at university, he was volunteering at an organization here and one there, doing translations here and there. He was working very, 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 very hard for his age. And he was very successful. He got many jobs at the same time. And Gaza is one of the most...
Yeah, I think he was in Gaza's Geeks.
He used to go there. He used to take courses at Gaza Sky Geeks. He also worked at human rights organizations. The last of his jobs was at Pal Think studies. But Mahmoud, especially among all of my other brothers and sisters, every time I remember Mahmoud, it breaks my heart because he was young, 25 years old. Hard worker. He just got a scholarship to study his master's degree in Australia. And then he's gone.
No, I swear to God, I thought he is alive. But, yeah. So.
Well, anyway, so you and I came from the same city.
Yeah.
Deir Al-Balah.
We can call it a town.
Yeah, it's not a city, it's a town.
Yeah.
But it's very special to us, especially Deir Al-Balah. We who lived in Deir Al-Balah, we are very, very attached to Deir Al-Balah, especially Deir Al-Balah. It is known for its palm trees, a peaceful city. Even Sharon, the ex-prime minister, Israeli prime minister, used to call it Deir Shalom,
Yeah.
the city of peace. It's very special to our hearts. Is it special to yours?
Yeah, it's really
What does it
special.
mean to you,
To you,
Deir
it's
Al-Balah?
because I'm originally from there, so I've been always like feeling special that my original place is Deir Al-Balah. Also, like my family was one of the big families from Deir Al-Balah, so
The
you know,
original families of Deir
yeah.
al-Balah,
So and we were in the municipality, so you feel like yourself is special, and it's my place. Yeah.
It's home.
Yeah, it's home. For me, it's home. And you feel like king there. It's
Yeah.
like your place. You know everyone knows you, and
And especially for someone from Al-Azaiza family.
yeah, so
Because Deir al-Balah is known for some of its families there.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Azaiza
yeah.
is one of them, original citizens of Deir al-Balah. So you're not even refugees.
I'm not, but now you don't
Now
know.
everyone is a refugee.
Exactly.
And Deir al-Balah, until recently, Deir al-Balah was the only place or the only town in the Gaza Strip who wasn't entirely destroyed.
Yeah.
And I think it was allocated as one of the safe areas in the Gaza Strip. After Deir al-Balah, it was the only place that wasn't completely demolished.
Yeah, and the time we're talking now, they just like the Israeli occupation published a post that they finished their operation in the east of Deir al-Balah, or some areas, so it's back now for the humanitarian areas. But when we call it like a humanitarian area or safe area, that doesn't mean that they are not attacking it.
No.
Every day there's a bombing in every place in Deir al-Balah. So yeah, we're from there.
Yeah, and my family was in Deir al-Balah when it was bombed.
Yeah.
My house was in the center of Deir al-Balah when it was bombed. It was bombed in October,
Yeah,
at the beginning of the war.
yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Where were you when my home was bombed? Were you in Deir al-Balah or in Gaza?
No, Deir al-Balah. I was in Deir al-Balah.
Did you go to the place where it
I
was bombed?
was in the hospital.
You were at the hospital.
Yeah. Because was in the first times it was really hard to move around because everyone was scared. You didn't know what's happening. So things wasn't clear right now. At least now it's just clear, more clear than the beginning. So yeah, it wasn't easy to move.
Yeah, and then when after Rafah was completely destroyed, most of those who were in Rafah, they came to Deir al-Balah. So it was the only relatively safer areas, Deir al-Balah. But now the Israelis are doing a ground invasion to Deir al-Balah. So what do you hear from your family about Deir al-Balah? How are people living there?
Everyone's is like scared to flee from their homes because there's no place to go to, and they're like finding it hard to find food. And even when they like get food, it's about money because it's really expensive. Everything became like very expensive. So it's full struggle. Everyone's like scared. Everyone don't know what to do and what's next. So yeah, and people are really afraid from what's next more than what's happening now.
I still have two sisters in Deir al-Balah. And when the Israelis started the ground invasion of Deir al-Balah, they called me. And they started begging me to find them a place safe that they can go to, a tent. And I tried and I couldn't find any place that they can go to. Not even an area, a piece of land where they can erect a tent for themselves to.
Yeah.
How is your family doing? Are they still in their homes? Have they left?
A number from my family, they rented their homes to international organizations, and they like flee to Egypt. Some of them, and the others they stayed at homes because my aunt was like calling me, Motaz, try to find us a tent, and my other aunt, her son was injured when he was in his land east of Deir al-Balah. The Israeli drones strike him with a missile, but thanks God he survived. A lot of neighbors also passed in a few days from Deir Al-Balah. They were like trying to stay at their homes, but because they are living on the main streets, Haddin. So yeah, they lost their lives while they are inside their homes. Every one of them was scared, and at the same time, like they see you like the role model or like the savior. So they're asking you, and even me, I don't know what to do because I've been in these situations. I don't know what to do. So yeah, it's really difficult and hard, and you don't know what to tell them.
It's very difficult. And you left Gaza after how many days in the war?
108.
108 days in the war.
Yeah.
During these days, you did really remarkable work. You were one of the...
It's not a work, it's a duty.
It's a duty.
Because it wasn't the kind of work I got paid for it.
It wasn't a paid job.
No,
you
no,
wanted to do that.
Yeah, because I didn't feel that I will survive at the beginning. Then I didn't want to be like with an association organization to limit my freedom of speech and what I'm doing and what I'm showing. So I was like on my own. I had like different types of like opportunities to like as a job. I worked for a day and then I said sorry, I can't continue. I didn't feel that I will survive, but who felt he will not survive, he survived, and others passed. So I took that decision. I'm not taking any penny from this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not even a penny. I counted on my salary with my old work, so I can just help myself. And some people were like using my pictures, like AB, like paying like $300, $500. So I was also using this money, but it's kind of like so late to get it. But this is like the only money that I got from people who are using my pictures for for newspaper, for magazines. So this is the only money that I got. And so I said myself, I will work hard on myself and I start to see that a lot of people, millions of people start to follow me. So okay, I will focus on my name, and then I can make an opportunity for myself after this all finished, because I don't want to get a chance or opportunity that is connected to a genocide, to a war, to a blood. I don't want to just stick in my head that I got it after a bloody genocide from my own people, because if it's going to be like collapsed, I need to collapse with the people. I'm not better than any others. So this was like something from inside that people losing, I need to lose with them, because I'm not better, because I'm just having my camera, speaking English, the world is following me. I should not be in a better situation, because it's on everyone. But people was really supportive for me, and a lot of people was making my work easy, so I can continue. Like just a month before I left, a Palestinian businessman, Bashar al-Masri. Yeah, so Bashar al-Masri, he called me. He wanted to offer help, so he rented me a car, so I can continue. And a month before this month, I was already renting a car for my own budget, but it was very expensive to rent a car in these times. It cost 9,000 shekels, which is like $3,000.
Compared to how much before the war?
1,500.
1,500.
2,000 shekels.
Wow.
And the diesel also. To fill your car with diesel, it was about 400 shekels.
A day?
Per day, in the normal days. But during the war, I was like paying $1,800.
$1,800?
Yeah,
for a day of
to fill your tank of the car, the tank of the car. So it was crazy prices, and even when like someone from even want to offer you something to do, like a mission and a work to get paid for it, when you like tell him I want to get like $3,000 for it, oh, why are you asking for a lot? You know, this is when someone like offer you something, or other journalists also. So
they don't know how expensive it was to move from a place to another.
Exactly. So خلاص, it was
But
like
it was very dangerous to work as a journalist in Gaza. As we have seen, over 170 Palestinian journalists were killed.
yeah.
And I remember I saw some of your videos. You received some calls from the Israeli army threatening you.
Yeah.
So tell me about the threats that you received from the Israeli army.
It was acute threats, to be honest.
Acute threat.
Yeah.
So what does
Because
that mean?
because he knows that millions of people are following you, and this gave me kind of a protection, let's say. The people are following me, to be honest. Because when he called me, because I know other journalists, and when they called him, we will kill you like how we killed your family. They told him this in one way. But when they called me, oh, okay, show what Hamas are doing, what they did, and you should don't go there, don't be here, we'll come here, and blah 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 blah. Then post something against Hamas.
So they asked you to post something against Hamas.
I'm like, I tell him, man, I'm on the field. I was also, to be honest, I was like very scared because they are above you, and every minute they can reach you. So
and they're noticing you. They know you. They know what you're doing.
And I was scared. I don't want to cause any pain for my own family, my parents and my brothers because of me. So I was trying, like when I responded to him, I wasn't like, okay, shouting him and close the line, because I didn't respond a lot of times to him who was here. And then I had to respond, Peter. Maybe he will bomb the house. Maybe he want to come on my own. I don't know, because these things happened before.
Of course.
So like he wanted to keep talking to me, to have talk to me. And then I reached a point, okay, I'm not responding to you anymore. And because they were calling from a private number, you can't even block him. Yeah. It was scary. I spent more than 23 days sleeping on the street. Yeah, outside of the hospital, on the street, because I was really worried to go to my house.
Because you did not want to endanger your family.
I kept sleeping there with other journalists also. You sleep, it was very cold, and you sleep with the smell of bodies, and you wake up on the screams of the mothers.
So tell me more about this smell of the bodies and the screams of the mothers.
Like, the smell is really, I don't want even to call it bad, because they are like my people. But it's a smell of death.
Smell of death.
Yeah, I know the smell of death. So you can't even stay in the same place for a minute. You can't hold it. And also you wake up mothers that they came, or people who came, like keep screaming and shouting because they lost their family, their sons, their children. So it was really not a good morning. No.
And how many mornings did you have of these? Nearly every day? Every other day?
For more like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, 2 months. Every morning it's like this.
So take me through one of your days in Gaza. How did you start it? What would you do during this day in Gaza, and how does it end?
Before or during?
During the genocide.
During the genocide. It was about at the first days. It was about. I was on my feet, so I was like having my camera, my bag, and breast vest. It was just really heavy. Yeah, I have like 2 discs in my neck, and so I was like going around on my feet because everyone was scared from you as a journalist.
People are scared of you because you're a journalist.
Yeah, I've been kicked out from places because I'm a journalist from Gaza. Because they were scared to be like to target the place. And I was like on my own, sometimes with around like other journalists, so we can make each other feel safe, which wasn't exist. So yeah, it's about going here and there. When you hear like a bombing happened here, when you hear like a news from other colleague, you can like you just follow what's happening around. And I spent a lot of days in Tel Al-Hawa with BRCS to use like easy move with them with the ambulances, so they can reach areas that you can't reach on your own. So yeah, and okay, the lack of internet, because when they bomb an area, you lose connection around you, so you film, but how you will post this? So yeah, it was about filming and taking pictures, like the very urgent like videos, you need to post it. So you just put your laptop and your camera, just find a connection, upload it and post it, and then disconnect, go to other area, or maybe something else happened. If clean space on your memory cards, copy the data you have to hard disks. And my camera was keep lagging because it felt on the ground once of time, so I keep make a lag. So a lot of shots I missed because of that, and I need to get like a new equipment. Something wasn't possible. So yeah, it was difficult.
So talk to me about the technicalities of your work, because we know in the genocide during the war, most of those who live in Gaza don't have internet connection. They don't have electricity. So how would you charge your laptops, your cameras, your phone?
I used to charge my equipments first days in the press house before they bombed it.
House.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in Al-Quds hospital, Tel Al-Hawa. Then I used to be in like charged via the SUV cars, because you have like a kind of power. So when I rented the car for 2 months, I kept like turning the car on so I can charge my equipment. So yeah, you need to be creative in this, to use every way so you can continue.
Do you know, I still can't forget what you just said, that some people kicked you out of the places because they were
from
scared.
the coffee shop, because I was using their Wi-Fi. There was no connection. I want to upload footage, and the owner came to me, Motaz, don't be mad for me, but you need to leave, because
I don't blame these people. But
me either.
I'm just thinking that people in Gaza understood that instead of being safe because they are around journalists, they feel that they are in more danger. Where is this happening anywhere in the world? That journalists have become the target of the Israeli army. Tell me, do you have some colleagues who were killed in the war?
Yeah. A lot of my colleagues, a lot of my friends.
Can you remember any of them?
Yeah, Rushdie Sarraj.
Rushdie Sarraj was your friend?
Yeah, Mohammed Al-Rifi. Still like Haytham, Lalouhi, you don't know if they are missed or they're being killed. A lot of people. But Mustafa Traya.
So you saw some of your colleagues being murdered, actually being targeted, and some other people kicking you out of places because they feel that it's dangerous for them. So clearly, you understood that you were in danger in Gaza.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? And you continued to do your work.
Look, it was really hard feelings, and to feel like scared every time. I've been scared during the genocide like I'd never been in my life. And but I'm not alone, because everyone is under the danger, so I didn't feel alone in that. But when the concept that when someone kicked you out from a place because he's afraid from you to be targeted, so I will die alone in that. They want me to leave, because no one want to sacrifice his life because of you or something. So even if I was like a voice for the voiceless people to the Western world, but no one will want to lose his life for you, and me either.
But your images, your photos went all over the world. How many followers do you have on Instagram? 17 million?
It reached like 18.6, yeah, 18, around 18, 17.
So millions of people have watched your videos, your reels, your
You can
images.
say billion.
Billion.
I once of days I reach billion of views on my account.
A billion.
A billion, yeah, I reach a billion.
Wow. How does that make you feel? That your images traveled all around the world, that everyone saw your work, saw your
I wrote this in August 2023. I applied for a permission to go to the West Bank. It got denied after 2 days for security reasons. So for Israel, I'm all terrorist. So after this happened to me, a word came to, like a sentence came to my head, because I already had my experience. My images showed in different expressions around the world before this happened. Like my photos traveled all the world, but my feet couldn't touch my homeland, which is like Palestine. So, and this is already happening now. But it's now I don't have the access to go back to Gaza. And my photos are everywhere in the world, but me, I'm not in my country.
There's another thing. Your photos traveled all around the world. And I assume why you wanted to take pictures and photos and document and cover what's happening in Gaza, because you want the war to end. And it didn't end.
It didn't end.
Do you still believe in the power of images?
No.
As a photojournalist?
It can reach. People can react with it. It's really powerful for the history. But to change on the same time, no. I don't want to say yes and be dramatic. No, I'm realistic, very realistic person. Even if sometimes it hurts me, but yeah.
So why do you do it then?
It's my passion and it's my duty. It's my passion as a photography, and it's my duty. And when my home is under, and this is what I can do. This is what I have.
It's what you can do.
Yeah, this is what I have to do, because this is what I know. Like paramedics, doctors, engineers, like everyone. So I tried my best with my skills. I use my tongue, as I been educated from Azhar University, which got demolished by Israeli occupation. I used my skills that I've been working on it for more than 8 years in Gaza. And I used everything that Gaza gave me to Gaza itself. So thank God I reached millions of people, I reached the world. But in the same time, it changed nothing. Nothing changed. I didn't stop the war. So, and the problem that because I give myself the thoughts that I can stop it, but I couldn't from the beginning even, because we see how evil this world is, and at the same time, it's wrong, because when you put this goal in front of you, whatever you achieve, comparing with for what you are like thinking about, it's nothing but this is bad for yourself, because you're already achieving a lot of things, big things. So yeah, to stop the war from a photo, no way. It may happen in different countries where it's not Israel, but in Israel, no.
You know, Motaz, I always think about this with myself. I have been talking a lot, I have been speaking, I have been going to protests. Hundreds of thousands of people have been protesting in the UK for over 10 months, and that didn't stop the genocide. Sometimes I question the value of what we do, but then I remember that if we do not do this work ourselves, I know that the massacres, the war crimes, the genocide will be maybe 10 times or 100 times bigger in Gaza. So we haven't managed to stop the genocide, but clearly we are reducing the crimes. We're helping the world to understand what we're going through, because the worst thing ever is when you die in silence. So what we do now is that we refuse to die in silence. We're doing our best so that the world understands.
Yeah, that makes sense, but if that was happening in a different place, it will make a difference. It was gonna stop so long ago, but just because of Israel
I know.
and the US. So
So, Mu'taz, there are some pictures that touched me deeply.
yeah.
Some of your pictures. 3 pictures. I would like to show you each of them, and then you tell me the story behind these pictures. So the first one, this one, I believe it was of Masri family.
Yeah,
in Deir
your
Al-Balah.
neighbors.
They were my neighbors, and they were my friends as well. We grew
Yeah.
up together. And they were bombed. Maybe the other day my family was bombed, or maybe the same day. I forgot.
I'm not sure.
It broke my heart when I saw this picture.
Yeah.
Tell me the story behind it.
Yeah, the civil defense and the people were trying to get this woman out of the rubble. She already passed, and I don't know how much the rubble was above her, and I was like above the building, got bombed, trying to see and trying to run what happened here, and I was just above them. I saw them like under the building, trying to get her out. So I just like took the picture. I didn't just. You should realize that till I just finished taking the picture, I didn't know that they are taking the woman out because it was really dusty. So I couldn't just see what they are getting out till I just finished and saw the picture on my laptop. So it was really dusty, and I lost the vision. At the same day, a friend of mine, his name is Fuad, he took a picture from me. It's a really famous picture when I'm like just sitting on my knee and with my camera. And he also got killed by Israel. He was with the BRCS. An Israeli tank surprised them, and they bombed the whole ambulance he was in, and he passed. So this is like a one picture, like dozens of pictures.
And this was the house of Al-Masri family.
Yeah.
In that house, the grandparents were killed, the father was killed, and the children were killed. And one of the people who were killed in that house, his name was Ahmed Al-Masri.
Yeah, I know him.
You know him. He was a very gentle, nice man. And you know that he named his son Ayman after my brother. Yeah, so his little kid. And all of them were killed. The kid, the father, the mother, and the grandparents. Why? I don't know. You're not
if you're lost for a reason, you'll never get an answer.
So there is another picture
Yeah.
you have taken. This one.
Yeah, it's from my neighbor's massacre.
What happened there?
I was in the hospital, just behind my neighborhood, and the airstrike happened. And believe me, till I reach the area, I was thinking that this is my house. I was just driving around like crazy. I thought this is my house because it's from the same line in the street, and just like my house, and after my house, but like 4 houses, this is the house. So for me, it showed like my area. So I reached there, I found my neighbors, and more than 45 people got killed there. And the same guy who's holding the little girl, his name is Suhaib, he's also my neighbor. And just 3 months ago, he got killed by Israeli drone in my street. He's like just 17 years old. So even he was like helping a young girl to take her to the ambulance, trying to save her. But he also didn't know that he will be killed in the same weapon, the same way that Israel killed this young girl. So a lot of stories. And
there was another video that you also posted. It was of you holding a little girl in the ambulance.
There's a little girl. There's one girl or one boy, I think. Yeah.
That particular picture, it broke my heart when I watched it the first time. You were in the ambulance and holding this little kid.
Yeah. That's a kid. I was
Who
with the
was that
ambulance.
kid?
I don't know her
You
because
don't know
she's
her.
not from the area. She flee from Gaza City to the same area in Deir Al-Balah also.
Mm.
And I was with the ambulance. I have like my camera with me, but I'm not wearing the breast vest because I was like that day working as a paramedic about my having my camera. So we reached the area that got bombed, the house, and someone gave it to me, and I thought she's alive
Mm.
when he gave it to me because the main paramedic in the ambulance, he said, Motaz, she's okay. He thought that she's moving with me, but so no, man, she passed.
Mm.
Yeah. So I spent some time like shocked because I didn't expect her. I was just going back to the ambulance because heading to the hospital, but someone just knocked on in the window of the car on the ambulance, and he gave it to me. I thought she's alive. Also. I thought she's dead. So it was shocking for me, but I have also to document, to film. It's
After documenting all of this horror and death, are you the same person or have you changed?
I'm not the same person, and I don't know if I changed a lot or not. But my reactions toward things, it's not anymore the same Motaz. I feel like I'm cold. I don't care about anything. But because I'm still on the duty, I didn't stop. I didn't choose to choose this, but I had to because I felt that I have kind of now power that can move me. It's the power of people. And these millions who follow me, they put a big responsibility on me that I now become the voice for my people in a way to another. And I used to be behind the camera. This is me on the field, but from out, like I went outside. I don't want the people to think that I'm now survived, so it finished. No, it didn't end. So at the same time, the reason I left because I felt that I'm now useless. I can't continue doing this anymore, and it's the same thing. So I'll use this I can go outside, make more noise, start to push for a ceasefire at least. But I've been doing this since I left. Didn't take a break because I feel like I'm still under the bombing. I don't know, like I make interviews, looking good, took a shower, but it's not easy. For me, it's even more dangerous from outside. Even I was under a genocide, I was feeling more safe than outside because it sounds weird, but you don't know. You need to be careful on the words. You need to be careful with the people you meet. You need to be careful. Like someone crazy will show up and just put a bullet on you and he'll leave. Nobody knows about it.
So you're telling me you don't feel safe in the West now?
No, actually. Like I don't feel safe in these countries, or especially in the West. Europe, here, the US, don't feel
How
safe.
do you feel about the West in regards with their support of this genocide?
There's a lot from the West that are very advocating for Palestine and start trying to push to stop this. But at the same time, it's not enough. They're doing their best, but at the same time, he's not under the fire. So he will not feel you right. He's telling you, he feels you, he's with you, but he's not feeling you because he's not under the fire. We keep saying this in Arabic. رجليه في المية مش زي رجليه في النار. Yeah, when your feet is in the water is different about when your feet is in the fire. So and I don't want to keep saying that because I don't want them to feel disappointed from me. But no, I thank you for what you're doing, but we need to do more. And for SOAR, it's 11 months. They feel bored. I feel bored. People of Gaza feel bored. But occupation doesn't feel bored to kill us. So yeah, we should not feel bored from that. We should not surrender.
So a few weeks ago, I met with one of the Palestinian journalists who was working in Gaza. And he was one of those who always would publish graphic videos of the war, of the killing, of the massacres. But what was interesting is that he told me that what he published is only 10% of what he has already, of the footages. He told me the other stuff, he couldn't publish that.
Yeah.
Do you have the same problem? Are there stuff that you wouldn't want to publish?
Yeah, there is things that I didn't publish because, like, for two reasons. First, it will get deleted. Second, people already saw it before, so you'll do the same. As a photojournalist, is different about people who are like using like citizen journalists. I was like, you need to be professional in your work, and you need it to reach everyone. So a lot of times that there's a things you want to show, but you know that the moment you share it, no one will like share it even. Or it's not gonna reach like the same when you focus about the humans themselves and what happened to the event itself. It's not about what really happened. It's about how this caused them like this much of pain, and at the same time it's not like the people or human learns from their mistakes. At the beginning I was like sharing a lot of graphics, and sometimes I share it, but now I'm focusing about like humanizing the Palestinian, not just share his blood, no, but share his life also. Because they don't want people to think, yeah, we're just materials for death. We just, you Palestinians, it's just about being killed. That's it. No, I don't want that. And I made a lot of mistakes at the beginning also, because I thought, yeah, the more people, like the more people see it, they will react, but in the end, no. So now I need to focus on something else. I don't like to stay in my place for a long time. Yeah.
And a few days ago, you and I met at the Massive Attack Festival.
Yeah.
And before that, I also participated in the Glastonbury Festival. And one thing that would always come up to my mind when I go to some musical festivals, and I didn't go there to celebrate or to enjoy or sing a dance. I went there to speak about Palestine. But every time I go to a place like that, I would feel so guilty that I am in such a place and the people in Gaza are still suffering. They're still being bombed and killed and starved. How did you feel when you went to the Massive Attack, which is an amazing vibe? People should dance and celebrate and have their life. But as someone who came from Gaza, and then in a few months later, you are in a music festival. How did you feel?
I was like feeling first guilty since the moment I left. I found that the whole world is working and nothing stopped because of you. When I go there, like I was thinking about it a lot. It's appropriate to go there, but I don't want to, because we are coming from a very conservative community. It's different. But like me and my colleagues, when nights come and we can't move now, we are like in my house, we keep singing, and we ask for someone like to dance, make fun of each other. So this is the human nature. So it was like feeling guilty, but at the same time I know I'm here for a reason. I'm not here for just have fun. No, I'm here to share the message of the people, because every human should listen to it. And a lot of things that changed in my mind when I left. I want everyone to become a pro-Palestinian and to understand the Palestinian cause and to support to stop the genocide. So I have to show respect to every human, whatever his beliefs, whatever his religion, whatever he do, I don't care. I care about him as a human, and this is not for me. This is for my home, for my country. So, and it doesn't matter that I accept his beliefs or not. It doesn't. It's not my work. Now it's about like having him to be in your side to stop for a ceasefire. So I start to accept a lot of things that I didn't used to deal with before, or I was like, I will not accept it. No, I'm now accepting a lot of things because I need people as a humans to stand me as a human, because Israel is sharing a propaganda, we are fighting human animals. No, we're not fighting human animals. So it was not easy, but I did it. So now, as I start to convince myself, I'm not leaving any place. I will go to every place to meet everyone, just to gather them with you as a Palestinian. So this is now what I'm thinking about, because like people love music. Yeah, okay, I will go for places that just about music and fun, to tell them about the story of Palestine and what's happening now in Gaza. So
and you were at the main stage of the massive attack festival.
Yeah.
What message did you want to send to the people who are celebrating? 35,000 people.
Yeah, I told them that there's more than 35,000 people. We have more than 40,000 people in Gaza got killed, and they are just humans like you. All the problem is just they want a free Palestine, free from occupation. And I didn't want to ruin your night, but I'm here to tell you the voice and the stories of the people, and asking you all to help me, so we can do something together, and just help me to have a free country, so we can have a concert in my country.
You know, when I was there and I knew that 30 or 35,000 people would attend this festival, I looked at the crowds. There's so many people, so many, as far as my eyes can go.
Yeah.
Then I remember that there are more people in Gaza who were killed than the people who were celebrating that festival.
Yeah.
It was shocking to me. The concept of me watching all of these people and an equivalent number of them were killed in Gaza, it is shocking. But at the same time, I saw a lot of Palestinian flags. The Palestinian flag was there on the main stage. How did you feel watching Palestinian flags everywhere around the world, in musical festivals and protests?
It makes me feel proud, but it changed nothing. I will keep raising Palestinian flag everywhere in the world, but what it will change? Because I'm looking for changes. I'm not looking for photos, and not looking for to show up and just raise a Palestinian flag. So thank you, but it changed nothing.
But what can the people do?
They can do a lot. Here in the UK, they have a lot of weapons factories that's supporting Israel. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. So they have something to do. And I told even the Irish people this. I was in Ireland before, and I told them you have like your own mission. You can work on it if you want. You can boycott. Everyone has his own battle. He can stop. He can. If you want, you can go to travel wherever you want. You can protest. You can. I don't know. A lot of things to do. And Gaza was open for like a long 200 days. Like if you tried, you can go. Yeah, a lot of people missed that, but if you was like able to, you can go.
But a lot of people in the UK feel discouraged that these protests that they were part of, everything that they tried seemed to fail.
Yeah, because their governments first they don't listen to them, and then they are electing their governments. So it's up to them. It's their problem. It's not my problem. It's their problem when you like elect someone who will not listen to you. So I don't think you should elect him for next time. Yeah.
Speaking about elections and nominations, you were recently nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, yes, a nomination, and for me, I know about it from January, the end of January, but I didn't post about it till it become official. I start to see people that they start to Google it and to find that I'm nominated. For me, it means nothing. Like every single award I got for my work, But what all means to me that to represent my country there, to go there when they say it's a Palestinian photojournalist. When I go in any place, is from Palestine. Palestine is there, so I will not be able to end the genocide. Yeah, but I will be able to represent my country everywhere because they kept saying that it's a land for
with no people.
For people with no land. So no, it's not.
Mm.
And we are people like everyone else. We need our freedom. And if the world will not help us to get our freedom, no one will have peace.
Will you accept this prize if it was granted to you?
I don't know. I'm not the kind of guy who just I'm not gonna take it, and no, I will take it. I will take it because it's gonna be accountable for Palestinian. Yeah, there's a lot of also Israelis are nominated, and Israeli.
Were there Israelis nominated for Nobel Peace Prize?
That's like kind of an organization that to normalize the relations and make peace, and so why should they take it? I will take it.
Do you know of other Palestinians who were nominated?
Yeah,
like
there's
yours?
like associations, Palestinian associations. There's other journalists, while Dahdu, Hind, Usan, they have been nominated also. Yeah, I've been nominated for in a different section. But yeah, I've been nominated, and I refuse to not represent in any place. So it's like it will affect that. It makes me like I have agendas or something. But when it's about representing my country, even if I'm dying, yeah, I'll represent my country. And if I'm not having peace, but I will have the stage to speak if I got it.
Yes,
I can speak in front of decision makers. So why not?
Of course.
Yeah, because it's a war against our existence as Palestinians. It's not just only against Gaza. It's now happening in the West Bank, and it's happening every day. So it's about to exist and representing your country there in a place that not everyone getting a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
So I know it doesn't sound how it looks. But even if I'm not having peace, but maybe it's a way so I can raise more awareness. And at the same time, Nobel Peace Prize will be a Palestinian.
There are a lot of other Palestinian journalists who live in Gaza right now, who are still living the genocide in Gaza, like Hind al-Khudari, for example, like other Anas al-Sharif and other journalists. And I believe you know many of them.
Yeah, I know many of them, and a lot of them deserve more than a Nobel Prize.
Yes.
For their courage. If we'll speak about courage, there are a lot of courage journalists. Yeah, but how to tell that? From outside, it looks like, he should get it, or should not get it, or should get this prize, or things doesn't work like this.
I believe, Motaz, every single person in Palestine needs a Nobel Peace Prize for enduring the genocide. Sure. And now you represent Palestine.
They don't want to prizes. They want real peace.
Of course, it's not about you or not. It's you are a Palestinian, and every Palestinian deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Represent myself.
You don't represent yourself. So I encourage you. I encourage them to choose you. And these Palestinian journalists who live there in Gaza, who are our ears and eyes, we can't know what's happening in Gaza without them. What message do you send to them or to the world about them?
Hold on, brothers, and don't risk your life more. Don't risk your life for anyone.
Don't risk your life.
No, don't risk your life. Even if you're already under a risk, a heavy risk. But please don't risk your life more. I keep telling them that. I risked my life. A lot of my colleagues risked it and they passed. And what that changed?
So you are trying to say that the work of journalism is not worth risking people's life for?
Just because Israel doesn't respect any international law, and just because it's Israel, because when the International Criminal Court issued Prime Minister Netanyahu is a war criminal and should be arrested, and the US step in and say no, and we don't recognize the ICC as an official we don't have the right to make this decision. So they are above the law. So man, okay, just this is not like it's not a war.
You know, Motaz, this sense of despair that I am feeling here, unfortunately, has become prevalent in the Palestinian community. People stopped believing in the international law. They stopped believing in the UN and the international mechanisms and the Human Rights Council and the UN Security Council.
As a Palestinians, it may work in other places when the enemy is not Israel.
I know you're not an analyst or an
No, I'm
academic.
just regular person.
Why do you think this doesn't apply on Gaza and Palestine?
Because it's Israel. Israel is so special.
What's so special about Israel?
Itself. It's special. That's it. I've been born, I found this. That's it. I don't know why. You don't know why? Just because maybe they are stuck under after what the Nazis did to Jewish people, and they're using this so they can justify whatever they do. So maybe because of this, but we are like now under a genocide, and no one will you don't know why, because maybe you're Muslim, you're not white, you're not one of them, you're not Jewish, you don't know why. So it's weird word, and even the words I'm saying sometimes I feel like it's wrong to say, but this is the truth, this is the reality, this is what is on the ground.
Do you have any hope for the future?
I wish the Palestinian leadership to gather around and unite together, even it's after what? Yeah, but
it's too late.
Yeah, but yeah, for the future we should have hope, because our real war didn't start yet.
Explain more. What's the real war?
Yeah, and I don't mean in this war like the word of war, just like it's about like fighting and killing, and no, our war to our rights in our land, to our free Palestine, to educate the next generations about what Israel is doing, and to make a new concepts about how we should deal with this world. Or we reach a point that they don't see what Israel do in the West Bank and in Gaza as war crimes. So we should have like a new concepts how to deal with this world, and we should be united. And this is really shameful, and I keep even talking about this, even though I'll be hated from a lot of people. Yeah, but the main problem before the occupation is us. If we're not united, don't wait anyone to help you. And yeah, I'm just wanted to be behind the camera, taking beautiful pictures and make art. That's it. And I found myself in a place I didn't want to.
Do you want to go back to Gaza?
Yeah, I really want. But I don't want to go with empty hands. I really want to go back with something big. Yeah, at least to repair the places I used to spend time with. Me and other people. I don't want to go back and keep suffering, because I'll change nothing. And I don't like to be useless.
Let's end it here. Motaz, thank you very, very, very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As Israel attempts to erase the Palestinian people under the cover of darkness, targeting journalists and censoring the press, we must rise from the ashes. At Palestine Deep Dive, we are building a multimedia space where our voices, the Palestinian voices, are always front and center. And right now, we just need 3,000 more of you to join our regular supporters and back our work so we can rapidly expand our output. Help us build the future of journalism. Become a supporter at PalestineDeepDive.com/support. This is 100% independent media powered by you.